Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Dose of Ashley. Today's podcast is part 2 of the Black Lives Matter movement with my friends, so let's get into it.
So I have some special guests today. They are Kushi,
Kylie, Kira.
And so today we're going to be talking about the Black Lives Matter movement and what our opinions on it. So the first question is, what do y'all think about the Black Lives Matter movement?
That they matter.
Okay.
Black lives have always mattered, and they neglect them and act like they don't.
They will always matter, and I love the unity.
Okay.
I feel like people, whenever we, protest and we're like, Black lives do matter, they feel like we're putting them on some sort of pedestal, we want them higher, but it's not that.
Right.
They just want to be treated equally.
Right.
With the same respect and the same, courtesy you would treat
others.
the majority.
Yeah.
Or white.
Exactly.
Okay,
people
so
fail to realize that because, they're not asking for much. They're asking for basic human rights.
To be treated like any other white person would be treated. Not to be looked at because of the color of your skin, but just to be looked at, as an individual, as a person.
Exactly.
Right.
And that's
and they shouldn't have to, teach your kids early on, you could be killed because of your skin color.
right, you should be
Exactly.
teaching somebody that doesn't understand our skin color and should be like, they are different, but
They're not
We are
different.
all the same.
We're all
We're
the same at the same time.
yeah.
We might have different skin colors, but we're all the same.
Exactly. And that's not how they look at it ever or see things in the justice system. It's especially not like that.
They shouldn't even be looked at differently like that.
I still don't understand on the why you have to build these hatred against a color. I still don't completely understand
It
that
doesn't make
because it doesn't make sense. Why would you hate somebody because they're darker than you? That makes why?
Because if it were the other way around, there would be a riot.
Right.
Or we don't like you because you're white. We
Right.
don't like you because you're lighter.
Exactly, you'd be butthurt. And the problem is when you speak out about something that you've never experienced, like racism, and then they be like, "Oh well, all lives matter." I'm just saying that
Right.
all lives matter.
can't matter
Until
Black
Black
don't
lives matter.
Okay, because
Exactly.
I'm part of all lives.
Okay, and
So
that
if you're
exactly.
excluding my life, do all lives really matter? You're
Exactly.
saying some people's lives matter.
So yeah, that goes into the question. What do y'all think about the people that say all lives matter? Which is
You're
they're-
bugging out because
they're-
that doesn't make sense.
It's
I don't-
very
you don't
very
understand.
idiotic for you to say that because it's like
You're trying to make it all about you when it's not all about you.
Right.
But you're saying when we're saying Black Lives Matter, it's all about us. No, yeah, it's all about us right now because it's never all about us.
Right.
Exactly.
Unless we're in
and
trouble.
we're not
or
saying
something.
we're higher than you.
Exactly.
Oh, no.
They're not. I'm telling you, they're not asking to be put on a pedestal like people are making it seem like they are. They just
Right.
want to be treated equally.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. Those people that don't take the time to be like, oh, they are being treated different. They are being beat for
And
their
it is
color.
very obvious that
Right.
they are. It's not rocket science to go
Right.
out and see Black people are being treated differently.
Right. It isn't rocket science.
Getting
Like,
stopped in
there.
a new car because they don't think it's yours.
Yeah.
They think
That's
it's
the
stolen.
most
Why
craziest
can't
thing.
I have money too? Why
Yeah.
can't I have a regular corporate job? Why do I have to be gang banging, selling drugs, and
Right.
doing all this stuff?
Yeah.
I'd
Right.
rather work a
Exactly.
regular 9 to 5 at a gas
Exactly,
station
because
that's
guess
not
what?
I do.
Every race can be bad. Every race can be a gang banger, a drug dealer. and
Right.
all
Every
Right.
race
whatnot.
has bad people. You
Right.
cannot
Exactly. How you base a
oppress them
color?
for being
No, it's
Right.
just
Exactly.
stereotypes that ruin
Right.
everything.
Exactly.
It's just a bad foundation.
Exactly. But then as soon as we stereotype a white person, it's like, oh no, because I could say a whole bunch of things and everything, like all white people are school shooters and everything. I can stereotype like that. And they're going to be like, oh no, I'm not a school shooter like that. You're going to get mad about that. But as soon as you call me a hooligan or a thug and I told you I'm not like that, you're
Right.
probably like,
Or
oh,
ghetto.
you have
Like,
it.
what the heck?
You have it in you. You're telling me I have it in me. Then
Yeah,
you have
y'all
school
grew
shooter.
up like that. You were
Then
in
you have
that
school
area.
shooterism in you. What about that one?
School shooters. Love that. No, because if you dead ass look at it, it's what are the majority of the school shooters? What color are they?
Exactly.
Yeah.
But
But
then
that's
they-
how the all lives matter. That's how other races see it. They be like, oh, majority of them that are black are thugs and drug heads and all
Yeah.
that. That's how they look at us.
Exactly.
They be like, oh, that's all they do. But really we don't. We're very intelligent
Exactly.
human beings. And,
Exactly.
You guys are.
And people don't
Y'all
take
made a
credit.
lot of inventions too.
A lot of, and y'all
And
will
then
not
it gets
forget that.
branded by
You
a white
can't-
person.
And
It gets forgotten in history.
right, and no one talks. Everything is around black culture, whether you want to believe it or not.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
My man
Our
said
music,
so
our
much.
clothes.
Exactly. If you were gonna fetishize the black culture, the black music.
Right. How you don't like black people? That don't make
Exactly.
The
sense.
problem that is
You
really
are-
making me mad though is how these black women, these different races of people are married to like somebody black, and they're like, I don't believe that Black Lives Matter. What are you telling your kid?
Right.
What are you telling your kid?
Right.
Forget a part of their race, forget a part of their
child
culture.
is-
Right.
That's
such a
black.
bad example.
Exactly.
Your child is half black. You cannot go around saying Black lives don't matter.
Exactly.
When
You're
you're saying your child's life does not matter.
That's
Exactly.
the most dumbest
You're
thing. Why are you
straight up
even
telling
married to a
them.
black person?
Exactly.
Exactly.
But
That's
they're
no
saying
point.
it's different and it doesn't matter.
I'm telling you,
How,
they
the,
like-
the
How
color
is that
of their
different?
skin, you
just
don't
want
want to
mixed
make it
babies
matter.
then.
The color of their skin, you don't want to
It's
make it
also a
matter, but at the
fetish.
end of the day,
Yeah.
it does matter
It
when
does.
things boil down. Because if you're sitting in a car, if you're a black man and you're sitting in the car with a white girl, they're gonna ask you. They're gonna be like, "Oh, is he bothering you or something?"
Right.
Like
Is he
that.
raping
That's-
you? Is he
they're gonna,
doing
like,
something?
interrogate
Did
you.
he
Like, do you
kidnap
know
you?
this
And
man?
you can be driving the car. You,
Right.
the white girl can be driving the car, but no, it's always, are they bothering you? What if she was bothering me? Because
Right. What if she was kidnapping me?
exactly,
Like,
people can harass
Yeah.
you. Women can do it. Men can do it. Like,
Right.
Like, what if
Like,
what if
they're
the
so-
roles were reversed?
Right.
Exactly.
Then
They're
what?
so
Then what?
quick
But
to
barely when it's like
stereotype
that.
you for
Yeah.
no reason. You can look like the most put together person ever, and they're gonna be like, "Oh, it's just a
Right,
front.
and it'd be
They're probably
so
a thug,
sad.
a
Like,
hooligan."
I remember my dad had told me about somebody, a funny Mike. If you don't know him, he's a YouTuber, and like he's rich, very rich, very popular, and he went to go buy a car. He dressed, a little, you got sagging pants, shirt, but he's rich, right? So he goes to the car dealership, or whatever. He gives cash money, and they like we have to hold it and we have to check or whatever.
Yeah, make sure it's not stolen.
Right, like he's selling drugs or something. Like little did they know that he's a YouTube star and he's rich.
He's an
and,
entrepreneur. He
right,
has his own business.
right. But because he's black and he fits
as
the
a-
stereotype,
yeah.
like the stereotypical thing that society says, they automatically think like, oh, he's a
he's a
thug.
thug.
They
Yeah.
The way
treat
he
you
dresses,
different.
Right.
And that's weird because dressing a certain way, like people will come like jump to all these different conclusions.
Right, right, and it's so sad because like
It's like nobody's
to a
asking
school
for
that I go to now, I go to a different school, and a lot of people would ask me like, how did you grow your hair? How does your hair look like that? How do you act like that? I never knew that you act like that, or I didn't even know you're smart. I'm like, just because I'm black doesn't mean I'm not
Like,
smart.
you cannot
Like
downgrade somebody because of
their skin color, like that's
Exactly.
so like
And that's what they're so
disappointing.
quick
like
to
they're
do.
just as capable as like
Anybody else,
the other
like,
person. It
like,
doesn't matter.
maybe even better. Put it to the
Period.
test because
Exactly.
let me tell you.
Like, I don't care if I feel like an outsider. I'm still gonna be the smartest bitch out there.
Right.
Right.
Like it doesn't. I don't understand why it's so hard to fit somebody else in. I don't understand why color has to be such a big issue in
And
society
it's
today.
not. I feel like, and it starts at home.
It
starts-
does. 100%.
Yeah,
Racism
it
is
does.
taught. You don't just wake
You
up and be
don't
like,
just
I
wake up
hate
and be
black
like, I'm a
people. No.
racist. Like, bro,
no.
you're not.
You
You
someone
were
taught
this.
right.
Your parents, your grandparents, they were telling you. They
Right.
like put it on.
They're
upon
feeding
you.
this
Yeah.
into your head.
They
You're just
brainwashed
sucking
you
it in.
into thinking Black lives don't matter.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. Like they're less of a person than you. The white person is definitely like
Superior.
You're better than them in every
Right.
other way because of the color of your skin, and that does not
And
play a role
they
at all.
Yeah, they literally like portray that everything is handed to you because you are white.
Exactly.
Right.
And if black people are so bad, why do you go get Tansin? Because that's what I'm not
because
understanding.
now you love the melanin.
But no,
Exactly.
but don't
Why do
even
you,
don't
like-
even use our culture if you don't like us. Don't
Exactly.
don't listen to our
Exactly.
music.
Don't fetishize that shit.
Don't blackfish.
Don't do anything that's black. Like
do
just
not be like I hate black people and then go be like my nigga Chief Keef. I love you.
Right?
Yeah.
Can I
Love
guess?
Like makes no sense.
Pop
Like,
Smoke, Young
right,
Thug,
right.
don't
Leave them
listen to
alone.
I want you to go home and listen to Taylor Swift. That's what I want.
Yeah,
you to
yeah,
do.
yes, yes.
Go to Taylor Swift, Ed Sheeran, and be like, oh my gosh, Ed Sheeran.
Yes, we
Speak
love
out,
you.
Speak out loud about your fucking
Yeah,
problems.
sing out loud to Ed Sheeran in your white culture.
Right, right.
Because
Okay.
you hate black people and you need to. You
The
feel the
next
need
question
to.
is, how do y'all feel about other people that say the N-word, like other races?
Oh no.
It doesn't bother me, to be honest. It doesn't bother me, and I'm black. Like when they say like nigga or whatever, but if you add the ER to it and be like
Then
nigger,
that's a problem.
no,
Yeah, I do.
then I'm gonna have to two-piece you.
I mean, I don't mind it, but at the same time, I don't like it. Like you can't approach me and be like, hey, like
My nigga.
yeah, like if you, honey, there's gonna be consequences, and if I slap the out of you, don't be mad because
mean,
that
you
was
asked
your
for
thing,
it.
right? Like
Yeah.
You can say it, but if the person tells you, that black person tells you, please don't
Right.
say it around me. I'm not
respect
comfortable
it,
with that.
respect it.
Don't be
Simple
like,
as that.
oh,
Unless
it's a
if y'all are
word. It's
tight
a
to the
word.
point where they're like, if you say it around me, like I don't mind.
right, right.
But
Exactly.
if you know
Simple
y'all
as
are not
that.
at that level and you still want to go
Don't
around
even fix
saying
your
it,
mouth to say
make
it.
them
Right.
uncomfortable, like you're asking for it. Like,
Right.
that's the thing.
I want-
Now
I
if
want
they
them
two-piece your shit,
Right.
Like, part of me
man.
kind of like, I feel bad for the person next to me who doesn't have like guts who is black and can't really say like, oh,
Right.
I don't want you saying.
And then they're
that.
gonna like come at them sideways and be like, oh,
And be like, why don't you want me saying this and that? If I tell you not to say it, please respect me
Right.
for that.
And
because this is not your word to say. And then they're like, oh, but I gave it to you.
That's what I'm about to say.
even
That's what I
worse.
said. I was about to say
Like,
that.
it
Something like I
can't be
invented
for
the
freedom of
word. No,
speech.
you
Exactly.
didn't.
No, like,
Exactly.
now you gotta shut your mouth because you're doing it.
Like, and it's so
You're
like,
due for a beat.
because I remember this one time I was in like what grade, 10th grade, and I was in the class and I had like a whole bunch of like white kids, like it was white boys in my table, and like I was sitting there and he was like, hey Mike, and he was like, hey, and he was like, yeah, shut up, like. And I looked at him and he was like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean that, okay. And I
You didn't
mean,
mean
like,
it, but you said it like more than once.
It's
right,
like,
and I
loud
mean
and
like at
proud.
the same time,
You're
like,
comfortable with the word, like
right,
it's just
and
like
you should
hear
even,
it.
if you even see a black kid like next to you, you shouldn't even want to be like, oh, I shouldn't say it. Like I can't control you if you say it at home. That's
Exactly.
different.
That's true.
But if you're in my presence, you need to respect that 100%. You can't be like, oh my, no. Just because some other black people let you do it does not mean a black queen wants you to do it. Simple as that.
Here we
Ooh,
go.
yeah.
Simple as that. So
You need to ask me
She said
first.
royalties right now.
Exactly.
simple. You need to respect me. Simple.
You need to feel around
I am not no
for the
regular
environment.
person. I'm a queen.
Exactly. You need to feel around for the environment to see if I can say it. Or straight up, just ask me.
Right.
You'll just straight up say it. So can't you just straight up ask me? Can
Right.
you say it?
Seems
At
like
least
that's a
have
bad
some
thing.
respect.
Have
Some
respect
respect.
for me.
It's
Like,
disgusting.
If
Like,
I'm not going around you saying, oh, I hate white people, something like that, please
Yeah.
respect me to not say, like, nigger around me if I ask you not to.
Right.
You know?
The hard ER be bothering me.
that is
Yeah,
so
man.
disgusting.
The
That
hard
word is
ER, if you're
disgusting.
saying the hard ER, no, you just don't respect anybody.
Yeah.
And
Like
it's
all those
You need to
videos
go in
you see that
trash.
go viral where like they're like harassing a black person by calling them that. It's
Yeah.
just like, what do you gain? Literally,
It's
what
so,
do you gain?
and it be most of them Karens, bro.
It is
They
all
just want to
this
feel
always a
superior.
Yeah.
Exactly. But then as soon as you get confronted, like the boy who she followed him to his house, and then he ended up following her and was like, why did you do this to me? And then she started breaking down and she
Oh,
started crying
that car
and
one?
everything.
Oh, that
No,
one made
don't
me
do that because
mad.
you're making yourself the victim. You're saying this man attacked you and everything.
When he didn't do it, he was like 100 feet
You're
away from
making
her.
yourself the victim because you know you can. You know
Right.
you have that upper authority because you're a white person and you can be like, oh, I can get my way if I
And
want
that's
to. She
so
could've ran
sad
away
that
too.
you're so privileged that you can't even try to understand from another point of view.
Exactly.
They don't want to. They're
That's
stubborn.
the sad thing. Like,
They're like, no,
And
like,
okay,
I
look, I understand
refuse.
if you're raised a certain way, it's kind of hard to get out of that. But for
Exactly.
those people that do are raised a certain way, but they still figure out a way to get out of that and be
You know,
like,
it's not a
I need to
sin to
respect.
educate yourself.
Right, it isn't a
Exactly.
sin, baby. If you believe in Jesus and stuff, you need to learn something else because
oh, you preach Jesus every single day,
right, but you're racist.
But racist,
And he's not even
but
white.
other races
So what
that
goes-
aren't white are under you. It makes no sense.
Please
and it
tell me the
never
logic.
will. Because we're all made in God's image, and you're not treating it like we are.
Right, like we're all. Let's have this. We all
we're all
have
God's
human.
children.
We're all human in general. You have something in common. Just because we're darker or you're lighter does not mean we're any different. And that's what the problem. People are like, oh, like because you're this color, you need to be treated different. Like what? That makes no
Judge
sense
a
to
person
me.
by their personality and how
Right.
they act rather than the color of their skin.
Right. Okay. What do you think about the people that say all blue lives matter? Blue lives
Girl,
matter.
get out of here.
You signed up
Right.
for that
Get out.
career.
Okay.
The door.
Yeah,
Leave.
some police officers are good, but I do understand that some police officers are good, but some police officers are bad, and you need to recognize that. You just can't be like, oh, my dad's a police officer and he's good. Your dad has probably done something bad. You need to look at it.
Yeah.
Don't slide up on myself and tell me, oh well, you need to realize that not all police officers are bad, and not all black people are bad. What about that?
Right. Exactly.
Let's have that conversation.
And
Because
plus,
guess what? You're not
blue
ready for it.
people, blue. It's not even blue people. It's blue, like because they can take off their suit.
Rudy Doodle
Black
would
people,
never.
we cannot take off. We don't have a
can't
suit.
take off
This is
your
our skin. This is our skin.
Exactly.
And y'all be like, oh, blue lives matter. Yeah, blue
But,
lives
like,
matter.
what if they change the system? Like, if, you know, I know it's like a big jump for it, but like, what if they actually change it? Like how they treat people,
Shoot, that would be
like
a
how they
lot.
approach certain situations.
Oh no, the little
That would
boy
be-
the other
Like, I
day
know LA
who
changed.
he was 12 and he was at the school on the video on Instagram and they knelt on the boy's neck at the school.
Yeah.
Do you
Oh,
see
the
that?
cafeteria or something.
Yeah.
Oh, when he threw the sandwich, you're talking
And
about
do
him?
the same, and you have the nerve to kneel at him like that. I promise you, if it was a white kid, you would not have done that. You would have tried to calm him down, and that's the problem. You kill people, like Trayvon Martin. Wasn't he just like getting some Skittles or
He was
something?
getting Skittles
And then
and
they
walking
saw
from the
him
store.
and killed him.
Right.
But no, school shooters get walked out of the school safely. But you
Right,
felt
and
the
now-
need.
and get medical
And George
attention
Floyd
for
stole
trying
like what
to-
$20 or
I-
said something. What they
I
said
didn't
something
even-
with
some of
$20.
the-
I
don't
don't.
even
He didn't.
check or something.
Yeah,
But
and
you felt
you
the
beat
need to
him up
shoot
for
him.
what?
These school shooters go in schools and kill people for no reason because they're mad and they don't
they're
choose any
mentally-
to
And they
seek
can't even
help.
take it because I feel like minorities can take it more because they've been through the
girl,
BS a lot. through the BS a lot, and I feel like other races can't take that because they haven't
so
been through
baby.
it.
They're
They are.
baby.
They're baby. They're given everything, and they're like,
so they expect
Y'all
it.
saw that one picture of like, it like kind of went viral of this like white man who like did something, and like while the police were like waiting with him on the side, like they bought him Burger King.
I think I know
I
what
heard
you're
of
talking
that.
about.
I've never heard of that, but that is
heard.
disgusting because they're so quick to, if a black person even moves, they'll be like, boom,
Bro, to the
you're
black
dead.
man that was
I
sitting in
fearing for
Wendy's,
my
that was
life.
sleeping in Wendy's because he was drunk, and he basically on the side to respect the law, and they did the most by attacking him.
Oh no, Elijah McClain. That was just
That was
disgusting.
that was
Video
disappointing.
made
A guy
me
who
cry.
played violin
To
for
kids.
animals.
He's the most innocent person in the world. I never met anybody like that's like
And,
that
the
innocent.
quotes of
So
what he
you
said
can see the
hurt
sweetness
my
in
heart.
his. He gave them his ID, told him where he lived, and
And
everything.
he said that he was
and
Like,
he
what
just
more
still
could you
felt the
need?
need to
right,
kill
and because
him.
he was only wearing the ski mask because he has what?
It's cold
He had
and
he's
it's
anemic.
He
We're
has
in a
yeah,
pandemic.
yeah, and that was crazy. I was
It
like,
makes no sense at
wow,
all.
like I was like, okay, well, that's like disturbing first of all, and you didn't even like try to like listen to him. All he did was full on attack him because someone else in the car had called him because he was walking and dancing in a ski mask, and they automatically think that
So
he's
now
a
they're not allowed to dance.
right,
listening to
right.
music,
He
of
was
course he's
listening to
gonna
music.
dance.
He wasn't. He was walking down the
If
street
I
like
call
a
the
normal
police
person.
on a white person, they're gonna pull up to them like they've been friends for years and be
Right.
like, "Hi, bud. How are you doing?
How you doing, Bob?
Exactly. Hey,
Did you catch the game
Billy.
last
What's
night?
happening? Exactly. Did you catch the game last night? But if you pull up to me, you're gonna be like, "What havoc are you causing today, you little black Negro?" And I'm
Right.
gonna be like,
And
No,
we're
what?
not
Go
trying
on
to. and
me,
I just
call
want
me
to.
ma'am.
Right. I don't want to make a
Address me
disclaimer
professionally,
because I
exactly.
want to say like a disclaimer real quick.
"You're so
because-
quick to get unprofessional with you, though."
Right, because I don't want us to y'all to think that we're bashing white people because we're not. Not every white person is bad. Let's make that very clear. There are plenty of ones that love black people that want to help black people.
Support the
Black Lives Matter movement.
the cause, and then
Yeah,
shout out
right.
you.
Yes,
Oh,
and the
yeah.
people that get out of their privilege to understand someone else's struggle, I commend you 100%. This is not for you. These are for the people that are ignorant and can't understand from someone else's point of view.
But I also don't respect the people who show up to the protests for pictures and everything.
oh yeah, no, yeah, you
It's
need
a
to go.
For the aesthetic?
Get out of
Like,
here,
bro,
right?
get out
That's
of here 'cause
so
there's a
publicity
bigger
disrespectful.
problem
stunt.
going on.
Right, and
If
you
you're
want to
gonna
take some
take
pictures for
pictures-
Instagram,
If,
girl.
there's
Exactly.
if you're gonna take pictures, you better use your platform in a way to.
And you
Right.
say the protest was fun. Honey, we were trying to make a
Maybe
change.
I remember that video of the black, not the black girl. The girl was wearing a black dress, and she just stood in the middle of the walking, people walking, and she had the sign, and she was
want to say,
posing.
"Oh, I was in the history books." No, did you make a change? Did you
Yeah,
make a
but
change?
she's already exposed, so baby,
Yeah.
you're
It's
done.
disgusting to see when you're doing this for a publicity stunt and you're doing this where people can see you. If you don't care about it, please don't speak on it because we're gonna find out your true colors one day or another.
Right, and it's disgusting. So
Just reserve
Like,
reserve
this
judgment.
dude, this white dude purposely got arrested right there just to take a picture with the cops.
exactly.
Yeah,
Like,
for TikTok.
Yes,
you don't need
it
to
was
wear no
like,
chains to
that's
no
what I'm
protest and all
talking about.
that.
The privilege. They're not thinking about how much this is
I was like,
affecting
now
black
you're doing
people.
this for fun. Like now, imagine the people that like get handcuffed and like get
killed
taken to jail for
killed
no
for
reason.
this stuff. Killed for this
You're
stuff.
doing
Like,
this for fame, and it's disgusting to see because we're trying to fight for a real cause, and you're not
Right.
respecting it or nothing. You shouldn't even be allowed to come out there. When you actually get some sense and you respect the cause and actually want to help us make a change, then you can come out there and walk with me and
Right.
tell me things. But you don't sit up here and feed me lies about things you don't even know about, just things you've read up on before you got here.
Right.
It's
And I think a lot of people like just watch movies and they kind of base a black person off that movie, like
We're
Friday
not
or
all
something.
ghetto.
Or,
We all don't. We're not
and
all
that's
from
the
the
problem.
hood.
They mix up black culture with ghetto, and it's like no, it's not that. Like, it's nothing to do with that. Like we're normal people. Black culture is not ghetto. It's just our culture,
It's
and
just
that's
some
what
of
we
those
like.
movies are directed by white people too.
Right, and they
So
make
it's
us look like we're
incorrect.
all animals. Like we're not
And like
animals.
maybe these
You
are the
need to
people
stop
you
treating
encountered,
them
but
like animals.
Yeah, that's disgusting. Like it's like, and those movies, like Friday, they tell the real truth of how it is to live in the hood and how it is to, how cops are. Okay, so I don't know what y'all. I don't know. Y'all need to
Get
get educated. Simple as that.
I hate people who don't want to get educated on
Yeah,
this.
it's so
whenever
sad.
like the Black Lives Matter movement was like really like at the top. Like now it's like dying down. I
Yeah,
don't
which is
understand
sad.
why.
Like it's not a 2-week trend.
I
Honey.
don't respect these celebrities either. You see their Instagram pages change and they have nothing to say about this just because they didn't want to get
I hate-
blamed and
Yeah,
exposed.
I don't like
but no,
that.
I see how it's happening because they'll be
like
like, "Oh, I donated."
Charlie and Addison Rae. Y'all don't know nothing about that movie. Y'all know y'all don't know nothing about
You
that movie.
donated at the time, but you will not keep donating because you have the money to donate. So it's nothing to you.
Exactly.
It's looking like you're doing something, but you're not
That's
here
so
for the cause.
disrespectful. Like
Jeff
why-
Bezos wouldn't go out and do that either. He got all the money in the world.
He didn't do anything.
something?
Wait, who?
Amazon.
He didn't do nothing?
I don't think so.
Probably not. Look at you on his wife. We know about him.
That's
He wouldn't. He has all the money in the world. He could literally give like half his money away and make.
But
that
if he
same
doesn't,
thing.
we're not gonna beg him.
Yeah.
Because we don't need anything
I don't
fake.
like how these like
exactly.
celebrities feel like so attacked, so threatened that they're being called out to use their platform. Like, do it.
Do not.
like you
do
should have a
it.
heart to be like, this is not right. And if I was shit
And
like
you
that,
know-
I should
But
want to
if you
feel like
don't,
that.
I'm not about to attack you and expose you, because if you don't believe in this, I'm not about to push for you to believe in it.
I know,
because you
but
have to
right.
believe in this
It's
stuff on
just
your
the
own.
thought that counts
Right.
because you know all these people look up to you. You have this big following, and it's the
Exactly.
least
Right.
you can do. Because you have people of that race that follow you.
and support
Right.
you.
And
You
like,
would be like their
that's
whole
what
want
life.
to.
You should feel
always
like that's a
talk about-
part of you
Exactly.
because those people are following you
You
to
always
support
talk
you.
about, oh, I love y'all, thank y'all for supporting me. Not support them.
Right.
Exactly. But I don't want you to do it if it's fake and you feel like you're going to get exposed.
Right.
Do it
Do
because
not.
you genuinely feel like
Right.
it. But the thing is, you have this whole following, and you know you have the voice to say it.
Exactly.
don't
You
say
know you will be
anything.
heard because people like us whose following isn't that big, we still like go the extra mile.
Right. To
You
donate,
still
do
Exactly.
anything to
Sign
help.
any
Sign
petition.
petitions, share petitions, go
Right.
out there and like
Make a
create-
change.
Yeah.
And educate too. Like
Yeah.
I'm always learning every day. Like,
Exactly.
I've
Right.
never
You
done
should
that
want to
before.
learn
I
other people's
love that.
culture. You should.
And I like it when people do it when
If
they
you're
don't bring
using
you
it,
down.
learn it, please.
Right. Like, it's not hard to learn somebody else. You should want to learn somebody's culture every day. You
Exactly.
should want to learn somebody
You want
new.
to know the history
You want to
behind it.
respect them
And if
because
you
they're
don't-
also
Especially if your
don't
friends are
express
from
it.
different cultures.
right. You should
Exactly.
want to respect them 100%.
You wouldn't want to. Oh, why would I be friends with someone if I don't know like?
If they don't even
Right.
respect me as a person or where I come from, that it's really ridiculous.
It is. Okay, so what do y'all think the Black Lives Matter movement is influencing basically dangerous? Like, do you think it's dangerous? Do you think like all the rioting, do you think it's like a problem?
I don't think the rioting is a problem. At first, I was wondering, like, why are you doing this? But then you're doing this because this peaceful protesting mess isn't working.
It isn't.
But
It's
it
not
starts off
agreed.
peaceful, but it doesn't end that way because of the people shooting at the protesters.
Right. And
Exactly.
like what do
You're
you
the one
what do you
turning this
expect us to
violent.
do? Right.
Yeah.
The police are turning this violent. Are you throwing gas onto me? I'm trying to fight for a change.
At first
because
we
you're
were
not
doing
giving
Martin
it to
Luther
me.
King, but now we're doing Malcolm X
That-
because it's not making sense.
Exactly. Because you're not taking me seriously when I'm sitting over here walking around, being nice, holding up a poster. You're just
Right.
like, no, okay, like honking at them, throwing stuff at them. So when I get crazy, don't say anything to me because this is my right too. When you finally give me change, then I'll start acting like a
right.
regular
Pipe
person
the fuck
then.
down.
Right.
Right now,
Exactly.
I'm not going to.
Like it shouldn't be so. Why do we have to fight
might
for
as
something
well
that
act
should
crazy.
automatically come to us when
It
we're born?
should.
Exactly.
It really should.
Human rights.
Right. It's simple human right.
And-
But
It's not rocket science.
and I'm a 17-year-old black girl, and I feel scared to drive faster than the speed limit. As these teens, we like to drive past the speed limit because we want to be cool and all that. But I feel like
Not me,
I
I'm
can't. Right. Like I feel like I have a fear to do that because I'm like, if I get stopped by a cop, I don't know what's gonna happen. It's
Exactly.
because of my skin color or my dad if he's driving, and I'm like, watch out for this, watch out for that, because I'm like, I don't want you to get pulled over and I see you get shot. I'm sorry, I'm shot. But it's scary, and like I don't think a lot of people understand like having your parents, like especially like men.
Fear of being black, you don't understand it.
You don't.
You
Like,
can try to understand
waking
it.
up, going out, and like you will never understand like what the day will hold. for
Right.
you.
And,
Exactly.
like,
But
being
even as a
followed inside the
minority.
store. I have been
Yeah.
followed in the store because I'm black, which doesn't make sense. Stop crying when you do to
It's not fair. It really isn't fair. I don't understand why people fail to realize that. Like they'll find any and every reason to be late, but it is fair. But it
Right,
is.
like-
no, it's not. It's clear as day that it isn't. You see the shit that's going on.
Right, and they're just sitting there in their little house thinking that everything's fine because they live in their privilege. And you see, I kind of understand from their point of view, not saying that I'm agreeing with them, but I can understand from the point of view because once you live, like I said, a certain way for your whole entire life,
get
it's
used
kind
to
of
it.
it's kind of hard to
That's
be like,
regular.
like it's kind of hard to get out of your bubble and be like, they're living a whole different life.
But now that these issues are like broad as day and it's presented in front of you, it's
Right,
all over
like
media.
George Floyd was a whole video of something that was very
Clear
wrong.
that he was the one being attacked. He
Right,
wasn't doing anything.
he wasn't.
fighting back.
He
defending
didn't
his
even
police.
resist arrest. He was literally calm.
Y'all are so quick to say,
Why
oh,
were
he
they
resisted arrest.
Protecting
Right,
his
you saw
house.
the
Why
whole
were they
video,
protecting
bruh.
that cop's house. They shouldn't have. Like, if people want to go beat his ass, they should have. Because I
Right,
would have been there.
and to
too.
Breonna Taylor, y'all need to arrest the cops because
Yeah.
that's really making me mad. That's like
is.
disgusting.
It's
like,
taking way
You
They-
too
come
long.
in
It is
somebody's
her
house.
own
Because if
home
I
and
come in
children.
somebody's
was
house and I tell
chilling.
somebody, guess what? They're giving me that. They're bringing back that electric chair for me. They're gonna
Right.
put right down in it.
Right.
Or, and I'm gonna give you lethal injection. I want you to have it all.
Right, like,
no,
You're
it's
gonna
not
get
the
hung
same.
right after too. They're gonna give you
Exactly,
everything.
and I'm gonna
And
burn
that's
your
so
body right
sad.
after that in the courtyard. Come on, let's do it.
and that's so sad. And you know the
On
thing
camera.
is like they should be to the streets. The people that killed Breonna Taylor, bring to the streets. Let us do our own thing to them, because at this point the cops ain't doing nothing. Let us kill them.
They
Let
were
him
there
drag
to
us
fight?
drag
I
them down
know.
the street.
Tell her.
I think so.
They
But
reopened
But that's not
it.
enough. That's
Yeah,
not,
they
you killed
reopened
a
it.
human, innocent human being. You need to be in jail for life.
There
You need
needs to be
follow.
killed.
death penalty.
Yeah.
That's what you need.
I want that electric chair.
All right.
I want you to
I'll
sit
press
in
that
it, and I
button.
want to look at you.
Right, I wanna see you
this to be broadcast on every platform. I want the TVs to go blink, and that's you. And I want everybody
Live
to see.
stream.
I want everybody to see.
I want everybody's
TikTok,
TV
I'm about to
on.
be like,
Right, every
TikTok's
time you
gonna
turn
be
TikTok,
all
it's
over
on.
you
I
guys
want to see you on that bus to hell too.
They gonna be like, this is sensitive content. Be like, suck it up. It was a sensitive content when George Floyd was getting
Right,
killed.
and what y'all did?
I
Just,
don't even want your power button on your TV to be
And
working.
for the
Even
girl
if you
that
unplug
was-
that TV.
and for the girl that recorded
That shit,
him, she
we
was
got
like
government control
shocked
on
for like
that.
a whole week. She was shocked. She was like, how can like this happen to somebody that's so
That's
His daughter, bro.
You
Oh,
become
bro,
paranoid.
and all the money
What
in
do
the
you
world
tell
can
your
never
kid?
bring him back. I don't care how
Like
much
that
money you
video
give
of his
him.
daughter where it was like, Daddy changed the world like that.
Yeah.
Broke my
Bro,
heart.
I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about
Yeah,
that video, like,
it's disgusting. It's like, why?
That stuff is hard to see. And what do you tell your child? Your child then grows up hating the police because she doesn't know what to expect, and she's thinking
She
that
literally lost her dad too.
to
Right.
police brutality. For
And I
no
don't blame her
good
for
reason.
being mad
I
because
would
like
too, because
you,
if I
you
lost
have
my dad
every
to this-
right.
Yes.
Exactly.
I don't even blame you to go back and kill them because you have every right.
Exactly.
It's
Honestly,
like,
I
don't
wouldn't
even-
send her to
She's
jail.
gonna wake up. She's not wake up. She didn't grow up with that hatred in her heart.
Right.
She's gonna teach her kids that. And
To be
that,
careful.
exactly. You shouldn't. At a young age, I don't believe minority children or black children in general should have to be taught like, oh, when you see
Yes.
the police, you do this. You make sure you stop because they will kill
You
anybody.
take
Right.
your hoodie off.
And that's so
It's
sad.
not how
Age,
a normal
it
child
doesn't
is.
matter.
I watched a
By
You
mom.
have to be
seven.
cautious.
By age
No
7, you were at risk.
7,
Right.
8-year-old needs to be like, I can't go outside with my hoodie on. because
Right.
They're gonna think I'm doing something.
And it's like cold outside or something. You trying to warm up?
Right.
Like that's like
I got the
disgusting.
flu. What you want me to do?
Right.
Exactly.
Like
They're like, where are you going? I'm literally 7 years old and I'm walking home. Where do you think I'm going? And if you
Right.
catch an attitude,
I
oh, no,
gotta go
that's my
get some
life.
weed. That's what I'm doing.
That's
I watched
my
a
life.
video of a mom teaching her son what to do when a cop comes. I'm like,
Exactly.
he's like 10, and you have to teach a kid how to
That is so sad.
cooperate at a young age. I'm like, come on now.
Also, like when a young black man goes outside in like a tee, like a
A white beater, a
Yeah.
wife beater, whatever the
you
color is.
can't.
Yeah.
They can't go out in that without being looked at like, or a do rag.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's so disrespectful. Or if we wear a bonnet, be ghetto and
It's
all
like
that
the
extra
little
stuff.
things.
Like,
No,
yeah.
but then if I wear my hair out, she needs to comb her hair. So
Yeah.
don't you want me to keep this bonnet on?
And let me talk about
You're
hair
not
real
talking
quick.
about me either
Because
way.
I feel like so much black girls don't feel comfortable wearing their hair.
It's like,
And I'm
why
like,
are you doubting?
baby, you should feel comfortable wearing your hair. It took me a long time to get, because I used to straighten my hair all the time when I was younger, in like 7th grade and stuff. And then I was like, I need to be my true self. And I feel like my true why she's combing her hair. I need to be my true self, which is being my natural hair. And I feel like, yes, people are curious about it. I have my, like, people ask my hair, like, how did you get it curly? Like, I'm like, girl, it's water.
you
But
get curly? Okay,
like,
well,
but
let me just
anyways,
tell you, I went in the
but like,
same
you know, it's
practice.
okay to teach them. It's okay to teach them. If they don't understand, you can be like, oh, it's just water.
Because they're not acting in a disrespectful way. They've just never
Right.
been taught.
And
they
they're
never know
curious.
anything.
You shouldn't be mad at them for being kids,
Like,
but they trying to
educate them,
continue,
yeah.
you know.
Exactly. But let me touch your hair. Is it really real?
Yeah,
Girl,
yeah,
yes,
stop.
It was real yesterday and it's real today.
Right.
But don't belittle them.
Right.
Don't belittle them.
It's like how you're saying, like, you're a black queen. Your hair is
Yeah,
your
you
crown,
should
like,
love
it's
your
like-
hair. You should love, and I feel so bad because a lot of us, because I used to hate my hair. I'm like, no, I don't want natural. I don't want afro hair because I'm like, that's ugly.
Yeah, that's
Because
always
what
hard to
society
change.
said, right? And I'm like, I need to love who I am. This is what God made me. This is how God made me, and this is how it should be.
And the
Simple
thing
as that.
is, I don't like how black products are so expensive.
Yeah, and then you know how they put in little key
Yes.
things. I'm like, that's
And
so
like the
disrespectful.
foundation.
Like we gonna steal it. Like, come on now.
Herbal Essence is $3, but for my Aunt Jackie's, I am paying $15.99. It makes no sense.
It is very expensive.
Okay,
but, you know.
another little thing is, I think all feminine care should be free.
Yes.
Yes,
Because I didn't choose to bleed.
Right.
Same.
Okay, but that's a whole nother topic. That's a whole nother.
But it is true. Men should bleed.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah.
Bro,
I
We
know.
can't go everything. We can't go through everything.
That's true. That's
we do.
sad though.
you suck it up.
Yeah. They can never last a day in
No,
our
they
shoes.
like period cramps are like what, like the second worst painful thing.
It is painful. I'd be dying on the bathroom floor.
Bro,
Anyways.
Bro, I get my pills, my heating pad.
Yes. Okay.
I suck it up like a champ.
I'd be like,
Because that's what I am.
Right.
I'm a champ, and nobody can tell me that I'm not. Because this is big girl strength.
Right.
Yeah.
Some of y'all Jews need to have it. And then when you be like, oh, well, so oh, new topic. I mean, sorry. Let's hand it.
Yeah, we can say that's a whole nother topic.
Back on topic.
But okay, what about Kanye West? What do y'all think about?
He needs medical attention.
What do y'all think about him running for president? Like, why do y'all think he is running for president? I think it's a joke. Me too. I think it's for Donald Trump, and we don't need him back. We need him to go.
We need a year off.
Yeah,
we need 4 years off. We need a term off.
He needs to go somewhere in the hole and stay over there.
I think the presidency this year, there's nobody right for the job.
Yeah, to be honest, I agree.
I think it's a joke.
not as
famous
bad.
people are trying to get in front right now. And
Like-
it's like, honey, this is not like a lead role.
Right.
You're running a country.
Right, you're
Oh.
running with people try to live, try to have money, try to have food for them.
You're
people
running,
it's like
it's America too. Everybody wants this American dream. This is not a joke to some people.
right, and
Exactly.
because he has such a ego, like he's so like have such a high ego, he doesn't even think
Exactly.
about anybody
This
else.
is not a joke. This is not Keeping Up with Kardashians. This is no reality TV publicity.
You can't
This
dunk
is
somebody who
real
doesn't
life.
have one.
And
is
like
real
what he said
life.
about Harriet Tubman, that you basically
Yeah, like it was a choice. Or
a
something?
choice and
Like,
stuff like.
Oh, like she didn't really do much. or
Oh, she
something
didn't
like
do
that.
much. I'm like, dude, baby, if
Okay,
she didn't do anything, you would have been a slave.
I want
Come
you
on
to
now.
go back in time and go look at Miss Harriet Tubman and see her
Right.
fighting for rights.
Right. But sorry, car passed by. Anyways, yeah, like that's idiotic. Like what he said, he right there, he should have been banned from the presidency. No,
Yeah.
like, you just know. Like
I think we should think about social media platforms. They should just like just
exactly.
Yeah.
And he has all kind of issues. You don't need to be president. You got all kind of
You
issues.
can't be a president if you break down everywhere.
Okay, Kim Kardashian, that thing she doing in prison, she's kind of doing the right thing. But
I feel like they're
she be doing cultural
They are.
appropriation. And all
She
that
do be
stuff.
talking. She do be talking. She do be like doing her thing.
I give that to her. She be doing her thing.
husband, on the other hand.
They need help.
She even talked about like raising.
They need
black
some
boys,
milk.
too.
Yeah.
She did. She talked about raising her children.
Yeah,
She put her kids in earth.
like on the real. I
though.
think it was.
I don't understand how like Kylie Jenner, she has like the biggest platform like out of all of them pretty much.
And
Yeah.
she won't use it.
She's just saying
She
that.
made Uno cards.
She has a
made
black.
Uno cards.
Does she have a black boyfriend? Or
Travis?
and does she have
Yeah.
her kids
Black
black?
daughter.
Does
Her kids
Travis
black.
Scott say anything about this?
I don't know. I don't even watch it like
I
that.
don't believe he does. You were so big, this Astro World and stuff. Okay, let's talk about Astro World, Black Lives Matter. Let's have a
Right.
Let's have a concert about Black Lives Matter.
Because some rappers.
Lil
be
Baby
And it be
doing
some-
her thing. I love Lil Baby. for that.
Exactly.
It'd be
Y'all
like
are
some of
getting
the black
wrong
people, and
big.
that's wrong because we can't even blame all white people when there's some black people like today that don't believe in the Black Lives Matter
Like,
movement.
you are such a big.
I'm like, bro,
person
you're
and
black.
You're not saying anything at all. And the
all
white
for,
girls
like,
and stuff that you're dating, you're not wanting them to say anything either. You're just like, oh, okay, loody dee da da doo.
Right.
I'm oblivious to
And I feel bad for y'all because if you're taught to hate your color and you're that color, you should feel bad for yourself
and
because
then you let
that's
other
sad.
people hate on you right there and be like, oh no, I would never.
Yeah, you're sad.
Come on, look at me one more time.
You need some help. You need some milk. Take some milk. I don't know what you need. You need something because if
A
you're
whole
trying
glass, please fill that shit up.
Right.
twice.
You need some
because-
education pills.
yes,
That's what I want all y'all to have.
it sounds like we're just bashing everybody.
Honestly, that's what it seems like. Take it as you want to.
We're not
shoe
bashing
fits.
anybody. We're not trying to come for anybody because
If you feel like you're getting bashed, I think you're the problem. That's
yeah,
it.
pretty much.
You're part of the
It's
problem.
just
If you
all
feel like
fed
I'm
up
dissing
here.
on you, you're not understanding.
then if you got all those symptoms that we just said, you need to help. You need some help.
Exactly.
You need some help.
You need to
You need to take
listen
the pill.
to this.
The
And then
educational
while
pill.
you're listening to this, you need to put that on the side round. You need to get on that computer and try to educate yourself.
Right.
I need you to leave
Right.
the house for 2 weeks. It's much as
Right.
quarantine.
And if you have a black friend, ask them. Be like, I don't understand this. Can you help me? Can you
not
teach
in
me?
like a disrespectful way, but
Right.
like I really want to
To
know.
understand,
Like,
and
educate me.
I would be
please.
like all for it because there's nothing wrong with educating someone
exactly.
on their
down for that?
culture.
Like,
Unless I have to
like, actually
educate
set up
you
something to like.
To
in the
help,
wrong
and I feel like
manner.
in like schools they should have black things. They should have
Like a
black
club.
culture or black history,
Black clubs.
clubs.
Yeah.
They should have black history classes.
You
to
don't even-
learn.
I learned more Black history in TikTok.
Right, exactly. All they teach us is from a white point
Twitter
of
be
view,
doing his thing.
Exactly.
and that's it. They don't teach from nobody else's point of view.
Black History Month is not even
But
looked
at the
at
same time,
anymore.
didn't white people write the book? So all they know is from their point of view. So I we kind of need a book ourselves, but we do have plenty of
We're
books out there.
truthfully not even ourselves because all of our last names are from the white man.
Right.
They're from our slave masters.
Exactly.
We don't know what
My
our last names
last
actually are.
name is. It don't even sound black. Like I don't even know.
Exactly.
It's French.
Yeah, it is French. It is French. My last name
But
is
are
French.
you really French? You don't
Yeah,
know.
no.
We're-
No.
We go all the way back to ancestry. You're
Right,
gonna
I
see
need
Jebediah
And
Cassidy.
it's so sad that
And
I
he's a
won't
white man.
completely know who I am because they didn't keep files. They didn't keep anything on who my people are. So I don't know. And it's like
They
why?
pretty much wrote their own history about us.
Right.
And
it's
expected us to
sad.
educate ourselves
It's
on
sad.
it.
It's
But
sad.
it's false. Some of it may be real, but some of it is probably false. Can you move that car?
Please. Okay. Continue. Go ahead.
Reggae.
Um,
Reggae, I love reggae.
some of this information is most likely fake, but we're never gonna know unless we straight up have a conversation with God and be like, hey, so like what was popping back there?
Right. Like, give me
We gotta pay
know.
him a visit to just be like, yo, throw me
Exactly.
that.
Tell
Right.
me the whole truth. Like shock it into my head and give me them
Or like
give me
let
that
me
picture
let me
show.
be a ghost or like a rat in the or a roach on the wall and let me see what happened or
Not
something.
a roach. People don't like roaches. Let me just
Shut up.
be,
Oh, okay, that's kind of cool part. But
I'll be a
anyways,
peacock. I'll throw my feathers up. After
Right.
I ain't gonna try to kill you for that good old coat.
oh, you're right. I
I need
don't
to
know.
be grass.
No, people be pulling
People be
hands
stepping
pulls
on
of
you.
that.
No, I don't want to be walked on.
Anyways, it's just sad because we
I need to
can't
be a
know.
pot in the kitchen. I need to
Yeah,
be
something.
Right.
It's so sad because we have to go do the most basic to figure out our history, while others, their history is right in front of them at school, and we have to go out and actually like look for it. When it shouldn't be like that. It
I
should-
might be related to Harriet Tubman, and I don't know, and I will never
right,
know.
right.
I've never seen somebody with the last name Tubman. What about that one? What about that one?
We don't know.
They just took it away. They were like, I don't want this last name anymore. I don't want to be related to her. There probably is somebody with the last name out here Tubman, but their ancestors changed it along the way because they didn't want to be looked at that way.
And for those people,
Very.
they're
Rosa Parks. What? Never heard nobody with the last name Parks.
Seth Parks, whoever that is.
Whoever. What else? Who?
I don't know. It's just it shouldn't be like this. I don't understand. Like
What
I
was Malcolm
understand.
X's last name?
Remember, he did
I don't
convert
know.
to Islam.
Yeah, I did like that.
Malcolm X.
I did like that. I was
Because
like,
he was,
wow.
he was a very, he was. Remember, he said he was in like
I-
peaceful or something.
I watched this movie. I love this
Yeah.
movie.
Because he went to Mecca.
Yeah, he did. He did. I watched
And
it.
Mecca's very
And he
peaceful.
loved. He learned everybody else's culture. He learned.
Yeah.
I
He
love that
loved
about
Islam,
him.
So he converted.
And I like that he used. Okay, I'm not saying violence is the answer, but you see,
There's no
but
right
you-
way to protest.
But you're right. But you see,
You
it
push
did.
somebody's
It did
buttons.
something. It did a little bit. You know, the
It
peaceful
pushes
was.
for further change because you want the violence to stop. That's
Right.
why it takes more action.
Yeah,
to, like,
it
change
does.
something.
And for the people, they're getting mad at us for rioting and all that. But do you understand what they do to us?
We're just trying to push faster change because we feel like we haven't had it for years,
And we haven't.
We're never gonna get it unless we literally fight for it and do everything possible
Everything
to
in
get
your
it.
power to do it.
Exactly.
You try every like little different method, and they're all like, "Up, not effective. Nope, not
Exactly.
gonna do
But
it."
then as soon
Yeah.
as I start processing, they're like, they want to change something because they want it to stop.
Right.
So
We're not
that
trying
is
to
our
just do
biggest
just to
change.
do it. Like, no, this is for an actual cause. This is
Exactly.
to help us, to benefit us. It's like, what else can we do? We can't just sit in the house and let it happen, right? This is like so
And just
sad.
look at it and be afraid to go outside. They're gonna be like, hey, y'all have a curfew.
Oh no.
Yeah,
That'd be hilarious.
I
if
don't
you
put
did
Nothing
it.
past the bed. No, sir.
I mean, I don't really go out, so.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
I do not like that label.
I hate it. It's sad. I don't know how else to explain it. It's like, why do we have to go through this? Like, why do we have to feel like this? Why do we have to?
And nobody else will like ever feel like this. Other minorities, yeah.
Yes.
But if you're a white person, you can't. Say,
If you're
I
the
understand you're trying to help
majority.
me, but you can't say, "But like, I understand." How do you understand?
We
Please.
Right.
Okay, me and Kieran here are minorities also, but we've never been oppressed to that.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Right.
No, like I can't
I've
be
never
like I
been
understand fully.
followed in a store.
Right.
I've never, yeah.
I've been following the store twice.
Watch, because looking at you the whole time while you're walking around, honey. If I didn't have no money, I would not be in this store.
Right, and that's the problem with them. And like I said in my part 1, if you're going somewhere, because money it's important, right? If you're going somewhere and you feel very unwelcome and they're following you, you need to put down the item behind your hand,
And leave.
put it down, and leave.
Because
Simple
you don't
as
need to give
that.
them any
Peace out.
business.
Because if you can need to go 10 miles down more to find a store that appreciates your money and appreciate you,
You might as well.
you need to go down there. It's
because
simple as that.
disrespected at a store that you're giving your money to.
Right,
it
that's
makes
crazy.
us
Like, I'm giving you my business.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's like
You wouldn't
should
be
not come
running
for me
without
like
me.
that.
you should be
appreciate
kissing my
it.
feet.
It's
Simple as
not
that.
to me
If I'm going inside your
look
store,
at
you
what
need to
I'm
be
doing for
you need no matter what you think about me, you need to be kissing my feet.
Exactly. I don't care if you don't like
Or
me.
just
Make it
ask
till you
goodbye.
make it.
Right. Okay. Is that all you have to say?
And
This
Black
is a
Lives
closing,
Matter.
but this is
Black
not
Lives
the
Matter.
end.
They do matter. They
will
still
always
matter. They will
matter.
always matter. And if you
Hello.
think otherwise, educate yourself because
Oh,
you're
yes.
doing something wrong.
Please do a reserve judgment.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not a sin
educate
to
yourself.
educate
It's not
yourself.
hard.
Yeah,
It's
and
not
when
hard.
people try to educate you on this topic, don't fight back.
Right.
Don't be-
How you
don't
gonna fight back with
offend
somebody that knows
Don't
it?
argue.
How
Yeah.
you can't
Don't
you can't
hit him with the no because wrong.
right.
You're wrong.
If you
You're
don't
on
want
the
to learn,
wrong side
just
of
don't.
history.
Please don't say anything about it. If you do
Now
not
you're
wanna
bugging
learn,
out, you're
don't say anything
tweaking.
about it. Don't roll your eyes to this. Just be like, okay, like
I
don't
understand
wanna-
and take it in.
Exactly. If you
Like,
don't want to hear about it,
reflect.
remove
Be like,
yourself from it. Then.
Okay,
Right.
be like, thank you for this. I'll further educate.
You want to be
myself.
racist?
As
Be
you
racist
should.
somewhere else.
Yeah,
Exactly.
don't do it in front of
Not
us.
around me, please. If you're racist, please respect me though.
Right.
Yeah.
You
And
can
also
be a
me.
family
Oh my
too.
god, these racist encounters boil my blood because I don't like when people call me a terrorist. That's just not.
That is
It
annoying.
makes
Why would you
no
do that? Not
sense.
what that
You're
that.
stereotyping every race, but if I stereotype you and tell a white person like, "Oh, you're a school shooter," they're like, "No, I'm not. You just called me a bomber terrorist or something." Then
Yeah, you
Right.
what about that?
You call me
You're
your
a
summer's
hypocrite.
sister, dog.
You're a
What do you want me to
hypocrite.
do? Not like talk to you nicely because I'll two-piece you.
No
Also, that
sides.
thing with the store, like, I'll be talking Spanish with my mom because obviously that's
Yeah.
her first
They
language.
think it's
Yeah.
disrespectful.
And, like,
America is a
I'm
country of
bilingual.
every
You're
language.
hating on me because
Right.
I'm bilingual. And
I know.
Yes, I'm from
Dude, you know,
the
it
States.
pisses
I'm
Right.
proud of it.
And you're just jealous.
It pisses
And you don't have
me off.
spice.
Yeah.
I'm sorry you don't protect your culture because you have none.
Why come for a person who can speak more than language when you can barely speak one?
So-
I'm sorry.
Right,
Come
right.
again?
And
Hello.
your ancestors like
I know.
colonized a lot of countries. Like,
It's
Right.
like
The
it
whole
makes-
world. Guess what, Miss Ma'am?
Literally.
Christopher Columbus. He was Spanish.
Yeah.
That
He's
was-
Spanish.
Guess who owned Texas? Mr. Santa Anna. Santa Anna, yeah. Forever, Santa Anna.
I hate y'all. Y'all are so dumb.
Santa Anna is good.
It's just so like it's
I think about Santa
scary
every day.
because I was like whenever I go out with my mom, we speak our first language also. So
And
it's
you
like,
should be able to.
we should
Right.
be able
That-
to,
As you should.
because that's my first language.
Right.
I'm gonna speak it because I'm fluent.
that's American.
Right.
That's how it is.
Exactly.
Right.
You gotta expect the cultural diversity.
only reason
because
you
we
should
have
be
it a lot
looking
here
at
in
me-
Houston.
In Houston, that's what I like about Houston because we're very
We're very
diverse.
diverse.
So it's really hard to see a lot of racism, but it's there.
But it's there. 'cause
But
we're hard.
it's hard to see because we're so diverse. There's so much different races.
But like,
different
there's always
cultures
those
to
people
me.
that are like, what? I'm sorry.
And the only
Why are
reason you should be
speaking
looking
that?
at me if
Yeah.
I'm speaking a different language is if you want to be like, ooh, what is that?
Exotic.
That's
Teach
the
me.
only reason I look at people
Like, girl,
when
I'll
I'm
be
speaking a
like,
different
sit
language.
down.
I'm like,
Yeah.
ooh, what
Like
is
I want to learn that. Like
But
let me hear you
person
say
knows
it
someone
again.
more than one language. They look, oh, so
They're
intelligent.
like, yeah, they put them on
Exactly.
a pedestal like, dog, I speak 4, let me know.
Exactly.
I
like,
learned it when I was a baby, so
Yeah.
don't we?
Wait, hold on, really?
Yeah.
Oh, you're cool. You're cool.
I know English and I feel bad.
Yeah, right. What's our language?
I'm gonna be bilingual, remember?
That's
Girl, you gotta be bilingual.
Like,
No, because
Trying to be
one time,
quadrilingual
whenever
every day.
Me and my
ah.
mom, we were out at Walmart and we were like standing.
Oh, this store butters my biscuits.
We were, I love that phrase. We were like checking out and there was like this white man behind us, right? And like we started speaking our own language and I'm guessing they thought we were like terrorists or something, right?
Why? Why?
Because of our language. And he was like, "Are y'all?" And he saw my brother's turban on his head.
Yeah.
Religious purposes.
Yeah,
So why are you
religious
mad?
purposes. And he was like, "Are you guys of the Muslim religion?" And we're like, "No, we're sick, but if you're gonna try and oppress Muslims, I'm gonna come for you because
Right.
they're not bad people.
Right, they're not.
Terrorism has no religion. So if you want to hit
Exactly.
me with that,
Exactly.
It doesn't Islam mean peace?
Islam doesn't mean peace.
Exactly.
You
So
need
sit
to
down.
be
Please sit down.
educated.
Please
Oh my
sit down.
God. You could easily.
Please
That's a
sit
simple
down.
Google search too.
Yeah.
And-
Look up Islam.
And you have people that are around you that are different races. You're not. If you're just stuck in a whole one
I
color
have so
place,
many
you're somewhere
friends of like
different.
Islamic
Yeah,
religion.
cultures
And I'll
religion.
speak up for them till the death of me because
To the
dog,
end.
Right.
like they're not bad. And he was like, "Oh well, like the language y'all are speaking is making me hella uncomfortable." And I'm like,
That's
"Who the
why.
fuck cares?
No.
Why are you listening?"
Did
to
you hear
us?
about Adam Saleh and when they were?
Yeah.
Bro, that made me so mad. I was like, he was speaking his language, and
Yeah.
a Karen or somebody. It's like, you're making me uncomfortable. You're doing all this.
No,
so-
I know because I've had friends that go out and they're Muslim and like they have such like certain words that are like triggered for other people because they don't understand the actual meaning.
Right.
behind it. They just think it's terrorism. So if they say like Allah or they say
Oh
Allah
yeah, I
or
wouldn't say
something,
that.
They'll be like,
There's this woman
"When the
that was
hell
at the
she
gas
gonna bomb us?"
station,
That's
and
what
she was
they're
like
gonna think.
Allah, like that's why F Allah, and I was like, you don't know what Allah means.
Allah
dummy.
is
like
God.
right? Like, do you not know what that means?
Allah means God. So
You're so dumb.
I'll call him right now. He gonna take your ass to hell.
Oh shoot.
To the 6 feet under
He's
you
not
go.
my God, but I'm
He
telling
always
you
be
right
down.
now. He is, dog. I'll be like, hey, yo, Allah.
Where you at? Come on.
Hey, yo,
I need
God,
to see this.
business to deal with right now.
call the Grim Reaper on her real quick.
You send me your men, please.
Take her wherever you want.
It just makes me mad. Like, people are not able to speak their own language whenever
Right.
they go out.
You're not willing to understand or learn anybody else's language, and it's really disrespectful because I don't want to only speak English. This is America.
Yeah,
I can
right.
speak anything I want.
If I speak 4 languages, best believe I'm gonna remix this conversation.
Right.
Exactly.
We love that.
I should be able to speak whatever I want without getting funny looks. They'd be like, "Oh, you're
Right.
scaring me."
Or when
Why
I
am
have
I
an
scaring you?
accent. Or if you wear.
Yeah.
Because
Bro,
you can't
don't make
understand.
fun of the
Understand me?
accent.
Right.
Like, you're mad because I speak more languages than you? Why are you mad?
Like I really don't understand the ignorance of that. Like, why do you have to hate somebody for
Yeah.
speaking their own language? Like,
okay,
Or
my
should
mom-
you
try to learn
commitment?
English.
yeah, you
My
should
mom
like that's
has an
cool.
accent,
You should
and,
really
like,
want to
whenever
learn
she
it
has,
too.
like difficult, like she understands, but some stuff is like it's harder to understand than
Exactly.
like,
Right.
regular like communication, and like she'll be out there and like females, yes, females. They be looking at her like, and I'd be like, dog, you gotta say my mom one more time because I'll knock
I'll
you
two-piece
out.
you. I'll two-piece. It's very disrespectful when you're just like, when you get mad at somebody for speaking their own language just because you can't understand it. You don't need to know what they're talking about. If they want you, if they want you,
Exactly. Why are you in their conversation?
if they want you in this conversation, then pull you over here.
Why are you butting in?
It's
Why
an
you
A/B
doing that?
conversation. See yourself out.
Simple.
Simple.
If they wanted you to hear what they
No,
were
that,
talking
like,
about,
that- why
they
they
would invite you to the
They
They will
conversation.
look at you.
Why are we
Right.
the regular conversation about our groceries, asking if we forgot something? That's literally what we were talking about. He's like, I feel threatened. Like, don't listen. Go over
How
there.
do you feel
About
threatened
me
about?
not having milk in my refrigerator?
Me
Like,
asking my mom, did we
Right.
get the turkey?
Exactly.
Right.
Did we leave the barbecue sauce?
Like simple
On my titty,
things.
dog.
Oh no.
Bro, it's so sad because some of y'all just be looking like full on like crackheads out there doing that. Like you're
look like
hilarious.
a big dummy.
You
because
you
what
really do.
say?
You're hilarious. Like we're laughing at you, not with you. I hope you know that
Exactly.
because that is like what you look stupid.
And I'm
Stop.
quick to be like, well, I'm bitch.
Right. Like stop. Educate yourself. It's not hard.
And it really isn't. Yeah.
And I promise you, it doesn't make you uncomfortable. I know it doesn't make you uncomfortable. What are you afraid of?
Like when someone's speaking a different language, I don't even think anything of it. I don't even care. Like okay,
baby, go on.
speak your language. Like why does that bother
like, if
me?
Kira were to bust out in Spanish right now, I'd be like, wow.
I would-
Yeah, like
No,
I just sit
that's
here and
not
listen.
you.
Like wow, I love it.
No,
Like
I want to learn another language.
Yeah,
I don't know
like-
what language,
yeah.
but another one.
Right.
Next session, I'll teach y'all mine.
oh yes,
please do.
yes, all four of them, honey. Because I need to learn. I need
Like,
to learn
why
all four.
did she speak that? I'm like,
Yes. Oh, girl, when you be black, you be learn all the other languages. You be like,
Arabic, quadlingual. I don't
Because I know two is
Quadrilingual.
bilingual.
And then trilingual. I don't know. what's the word.
Multilingual.
Whatever it is, but that is
Yeah.
I.
I only speak
lingual.
one.
She
Right.
said she's gonna get money.
Yeah, you can speak all. If you can speak, you
I
can speak
four
more than one
languages. Why do you
language.
think I was banking at Banana Republic? I was
Oh,
over here like,
oh, girl, I thought you were just good at your job.
Oh, right.
I mean that too.
She said, I passed by Banana Republic the other day, and I was like, oh my gosh.
I hate
Nah,
y'all.
Our
for
stomping ground.
Cause like whenever like I see like them like whenever like elderly people come and like their head is covered, I know like I speak one of their languages.
Right, right.
If okay, I don't speak Arabic, but there's Urdu that I speak. Like,
Right.
I understand it. I speak it fluently, and I would see them and like she would have difficulty speaking in English, so I just talk to her in Urdu.
'Cause you feel
She'd
how she-
relieved. She'll be
Yes,
like,
I
"Shit,"
love-
like,
And
when
that's
they feel
I
Gives you
see
a
that. I
sense
see
of
that a lot.
peace because you don't have to try.
Because it's hard to speak to somebody that
she was
doesn't
trying to
understand
like
language.
call her son or something on the phone, and I was like, no, it's okay because I understand.
Yes.
Like I will help you.
I love that.
See, that's that makes my heart warm.
I always
like,
that
try
makes
to
my
try
heart
to
And
warm.
like you can
understand.
see like that stress like off her shoulders. She's like, okay.
Right.
It puts a smile on your
Because
face.
they do they do a lot to try to come to America to make the best for their children,
Yeah.
for them.
And they want to live a normal life.
Right.
They do.
English is the hardest language to learn too, so y'all
Right.
gotta realize that.
Yeah,
Mhm.
like-
it's hard, and they are trying to learn, but some words are harder than others.
Right,
That's
especially if
true.
you're older and
And if
you've
they-
been doing
yeah.
that language for the longest. Come on
Exactly.
now, it's gonna
Props
take a
to
lot.
you
for trying.
Right,
I do.
right.
I really do. Like
Exactly.
my heart goes out to all of y'all because
That really warmed my heart.
every
Oh.
time this is why like that's like one thing I miss working in retail. Whenever I would see all these people and like
Yeah.
they would struggle, but I
can
be like,
relate
Yo, I got
to
you.
different
Like,
people.
I
Right.
know what I'm
I
doing.
think of my mom, my family, anyone. Like I just
Yeah.
Like my grandma, like she would be having
feels
trouble,
good.
and I wouldn't want someone to like be talking down on her, like oh, like she doesn't know what she's talking about.
Exactly.
or make her like make her feel.
Be
It
like,
makes you
oh,
feel like they're like
excuse
she's
me?
stupid. Like no, I just speak a different language. I'm smart, but I just don't
She
understand
might not
language.
know it in English, but she damn well knows it in every other language.
Right.
Even if you're
You
trying
try
to
going to her
understand it,
country.
Right.
it,
See how
it
you
makes people
survive.
feel a
They
little
gonna be
uncomfortable though, because they're like, oh, like they feel belittled even when you're trying to understand it, and you're not like looking down on them or anything, but they feel like they're looked down on because they don't know the word in English. I want
Right.
to make you feel as comfortable as possible, and that's why having different races there and people who can speak different languages, it makes
It's
the per-
helpful.
It gives a better customer service experience.
Right.
Because they're like,
It's
wow.
like now I feel comfortable. I can come back.
I can
and
come
rely
here
on this
because
person.
Right.
exactly
Yeah.
I can speak whatever language I want to because they got me.
Yeah.
It sets up a good example
I
and a
love
good
that.
community.
It's
I
helping
love
your
that.
store, honey. Simple as that.
yes.
You need
We
more
all want
minorities help.
It's nice. It's
Just like we were talking
very
about how
nice.
like racism is taught and so is respect.
Right.
Oh,
Right.
oh yes.
And
And
I'm
clearly
glad
a lot of
my
y'all don't have
parents taught
respect.
me that. So glad my parents taught me that because now I know how to. I love being nice. Like I just love being nice.
Yeah, like why you
I
gotta
love
be
treating
rude?
people
Like
with
Karen's
respect.
I like
gotta be
talking to
out
people.
there.
Like I
I
want to
love
get to know
being
your
nice.
story.
Right,
Like,
like-
tell me.
And if someone is trying to educate me, I'm not gonna be like, no, I don't want to hear it because I
Right.
do. I do.
Wait,
know.
okay,
Tell
if
me.
you're
I
a
don't wanna
person
be
that
ignorant, like,
backs down or knocks down somebody for trying to teach you their culture, you're
yeah,
you're done.
Nobody
You're
knows
done.
black culture better than a black person.
Right.
So
Exactly.
Please
Like
don't
what?
tell them I don't want to hear it. Or,
Right.
try
Are
to
you
educate
wrong?
yourself.
Like
I
no,
already know
you
that.
cannot
Please
tell me
don't.
what I
No,
experienced.
you are wrong.
Right.
It's like, oh, I have one black friend.
Girl, go somewhere.
And she thinks she's white. So
Let me give my 2 cents.
Like, no, I can't.
No, that's crazy. But I'm glad, like, we have such a diverse group in order to be able to talk about this openly.
Right.
People be like, like, what are you talking about? Because
You know, but I do want to have
say
somebody
that.
that does have a different opinion. Because, you know, I understand that we all, like, understand each other. But it's good to have someone else's opinion and be like, oh, like, let me
I
teach
agree.
you. Let
Different
me
points of
talk.
view.
Right.
but
right.
they better not, like, shut you out for your
Well, yeah, I
opinion.
hope not.
respect
We
has
need
to be
respect.
mutual
We need something. Even though you have a different opinion, let's have
Don't get your
respect.
face all up in mine.
Right.
Like, you don't have to fully understand.
'Cause then we can square up.
just respect.
Yeah, they can't. I'll throw everything down.
including you.
Yeah. It's fight night, dog.
Every day.
Yeah, she's like, something psych.
By morning, by evening.
This was a good talk.
It was Black Lives Matter, dog. Period.
Forever and always.
Thank
No,
you.
listen to Lil Baby song because he be talking about Black Lives Matter.
You did.
The part of the pain.
I be like, crank it up, crank that shit up.
Thank you for listening to this episode with my friends about the Black Lives Matter movement, and stay tuned for more.